What's up, guys? Fens the Spook back at you after, well, let's say the better part of a year anyway, right? Well, I'm not going to cut it short here. I've made this video 3 times. The first time was an absolute disaster. The second time I got so pissed off that I said a lot of things I just shouldn't say and, just had to toss that out. So this is my third attempt. I did not shoot all 3 attempts in one day. But we'll get to all that. So, glad to be back. Thanks for those of you that stuck with me. Hello to the new subscribers. This book in front of you is why I've been gone for so long. Well, part of it is I'm just lazy, but this is the main reason, right? What you got here is Strange Adventures 205, First Appearance of the Dead Man, Boston Brand, killer book. And I think if memory serves me correctly, anyway, this is like the second key book I ever picked up. I got this back in 2000, maybe 2005, maybe 11 years ago, at MegaCon in Orlando, and I bought it for $60 in the grade we agreed upon. It being fine, 6.0, has some foxing on the back of it, which means some kind of like brown spotting, very light. And it just, it has a couple spine knocks. It's a nice looking book, right? So here's what happened. Sent this bad boy and a couple others in to CGC. The store I work at is a CGC representative. So we're not representative, I shouldn't say that. We are a partner with CGC and we submit for people on CGC's behalf, or on their behalf to CGC. Anyway, point is we do a lot of book submissions. And I went ahead and sent some of my stuff in. Let me just say, first of all, I've had a lot of good luck with CGC. I've had some really bad luck with CGC. But this was absolutely crazy. So I get this book back, and I got a 2. Let me let that sink in there a minute. 2.0. No, this book's not coverless. No, it's not missing any pages. There's nothing missing. There's nothing cut. The staples are there, except the only thing that was the issue with the book, and I understood it might give it a low grade, is that the bottom staple was popped on the cover. I'm going to try to bring it in. Again, I don't have a lot of luck doing this, but, we'll see what's up. So here's the book. Really, really nice looking copy. Like I said, the bottom staple here, oh, see, I'm blocking the camera, can't do it. Anyway, bottom staple there was popped, meaning the cover was detached to the bottom staple. So I was hoping for a qualified 6. I don't remember if I knew the staple was popped when I bought it. I have no idea. It was so long ago, but anyway, I was hoping for a qualified 6, meaning, your book's a 6, except it's got this one major flaw. So when I get back this 2, I'm just absolutely like, WTF, man. Like, what the flip? What are they talking about? Everybody I showed this to was just cracking up. They were like, dude, this isn't even like an example of a bad grade. This is an example of like, does CGC even know how to grade a book, right? So then I decided to look at the grader's notes. And this is 6 months ago. 7 months ago, I got this book graded. And if you're observant, you might notice something about the book now. But anyway, I sent it in. I got the grader's notes. I checked them, and they said multiple spine splits, heavy spine splitting, blah, blah, blah. All about the spine splitting, that it did mention the foxing. So I'm like, what the hell are they talking about, man? This thing had a pop staple. Is that what they mean by a spine split? Whatever. These guys are clowns. They don't know what they're doing. So was I pissed? For sure. Was this sour grapes? 100%. I was really upset with the grade I got, right? So then I decided, screw those guys. Give big middle finger to the CGC. I'm going to crack this thing on video, and we're going to put it up on YouTube. So that's what I did, and that was the first take of this video. Can you guess what I found when I cracked that CGC slab? You probably can't. You're probably thinking I'm going to claim they switched my book out or something. They did not. This is the same book. The foxing is the same. Everything's the same. Except this book is now split from here to here. Split. The entire spine is split down the back. So the mystery of why this book got a 2.0 is solved. Now, what the hell happened to my book? That's a good question. Well, there is no question. There is no question. I'm going to be very clear about what I'm saying here. Am I calling CGC crooks or liars or con artists or anything like that? No. Nope. I'm calling them human. They damaged my book and won't own up to it. They say it might have happened during shipping. No other book I sent in got damaged. This book doesn't have brittle pages. It's not falling apart. This book did not get damaged during shipping. Everything else showed up just fine. I said, so here's what happened. I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm getting a little pissed off, actually, so let me calm down. I've had my smoke. I'm taking a drink. Let me calm down here. Okay, so I called CGC up. Oh, I should mention, I have someone who saw me send this book in. Like, quite literally was standing there as I put the book in the box. Saw the book. They know it didn't look like this either. So this is not just my word. But again, irrelevant. So I called CGC and I told them, I said very clearly, I said, you damaged my book and you didn't let me know about it. And that's really the problem. If you had called me and said, hey man, one of our rookie guys, our handlers, opened your book too hard when he was trying to insert the paper, or hey man, you know, the book got dropped or whatever happened, we screwed up. You know what? Shit happens. Excuse me. Stuff happens. It happens. That is a risk you take when humans handle things, that something is going to happen to them. You got to know that when you submit. That's why they have a fair market value declaration. This book was maybe worth $200. Maybe. Let's say fair market 60, what I paid for it 11 years ago. Let's say it has not appreciated at all. Okay? You know what? I may not even have held them to it. I just said, you know what? Send it back. Give me a couple free submissions and we're square. But because they didn't tell me, because they just sent this book back, graded it a 2, which it is a 2 now, and sent it back to me without saying a word, I don't even know what else to say. It's a fact. You don't have to believe me. I get it. I'm just a dude on the internet with his tinfoil hat shouting conspiracy theories. But it's not a theory. This is a fact. So anyway, when I cracked this book on camera and I saw that spine split, I honestly wish I still had the video because I'd put it up now. It was probably the most gut-wrenching reaction you'll ever hear. I was beside myself. Let's just put it that way. The second attempt on the video was close to this, but I just got so upset and so pissed off that I just had to stop. Because again, this is, I don't want to say a family channel, but it's supposed to be fun. We're supposed to get together, talk about books. I'll show you my book, I'll show you my books, you show me yours, right? But, I show you my stuff, you comment, you link, I'll check out your channel. It's supposed to be an exchange of interests. This is not supposed to be, a place where I swear and accuse CGC of doing things. Can I prove they did anything? No, absolutely not. If I went to court, could I prove a damn thing? No, absolutely not. But I would ask you, what is proof? How could you prove it? Unless you film yourself putting it in the box and sending it in the mailbox, how did anybody know you didn't switch it out and then send it? I don't know. So my point is, what proof could you really have? You can take pictures of your book before you send it in, but you could have taken those months ago. Who knows? Anyway, so what happened is I told CGC, I told them, I know that you did this. I know one of your employees did it, and they probably didn't want to get fired and didn't want to own up to it. And if you think about it logically, it had to have been the first person to touch it, because if the first grader didn't see it, but the second grader did, well, there's a big discrepancy there. Anyway, CGC told me they would not admit it, they would own up to nothing, but they would offer me a free grade, or a free submission for my troubles. I thanked them very politely and told them I was no longer interested in doing business with them. And that's where it stands. Am I saying you're a rube if you CGC? No, absolutely not. If you like grading comics and you enjoy grading comics and you get a thrill out of it, then that's all that matters. Am I ever going to grade a comic again? No, absolutely not. I will crack every slab I already have. So let's get to the end of the video. Now, there's my bitch, there's my complaint, there's why I haven't been here for 6 months or plus, because I was just so pissed off. I had such a bad taste in my mouth from filming that cracking and finding this book ruined in terms of, you can't handle it. That cover is going to come off if this book gets handled even one more time. So anyway, I decided I was going to make a video letting you guys know what was up, letting you know the truth, because I wasn't sure I even wanted to say this. I'm sure some people are going to give me the bad comments and the thumbs down and say that I'm just being a, crybaby. Again, I already admitted to that. I'm already upset about the grade. But that's not what really got me, man. I've gotten bad grades before. They trashed this book and won't own up to it. So there it is. So anyway, here's the reward for sticking with me, guys. Here's the reward for hanging out with me for so long and looking at this stale-ass comic sitting here for the last 10 minutes. I'm still trying to come up with a way to make these videos more visually exciting. But for now, I'm going to show you the collection. Ooh, got to stay out of the light here. The collection of CGC books. Let me try the other side. The collection of CGC books that I have cracked out of their slabs over the last couple of months when I won't have any more graded comics in my collection. So here's The Strange Adventures, currently a 2.0. Thank you, CGC, so flippin' much. Amazing Spider-Man 101. This was one I got a not-so-great grade on. I think it was a 6.5. I think it's a lot better, but, you know, shit happens. Stuff happens. I didn't save the grading slip, as you can see, because I keep them in the back of the book. But, yeah, so cracked that one. There's my first Punisher, another middle finger to you, CGC. Showcase, what number is this? Showcase 55, first Silver Age Grundy. These I kind of realized I probably ought to keep the labels, just because, you know, I have no interest in ripping anybody off if I ever sell these books again. You know, I'm gonna one day probably move these or swap them or do something. So I want everyone to know what's up. If they're restored or whatever, I want to show the value, you know, or the grade value rather, and you know, where it came in. First Teen Titans. There's that grade. Amazing Spider-Man 14, a gift from my wife. There's that grade. All Flash Comics from 1947. There's that grade. This one I had to cut because the end got stuck in the book or stuck in the slab and got messed up. So, yeah, we'll do a video about all these keys. I'll go back through them and show them to you individually, and we'll take time and look at them. But, you know, hopefully you got a glimpse. You can back it up if I went a little quick there. But I just wanted to show you I'm serious. Every single one of these was in a slab, and I've cracked them all. I will crack everything I get from this point on. Is that like a petty threat to CGC? No, they don't care. They could care less what I'm doing. I'm just telling you, though, every book I get, I'm going to crack. And I would, you know, if you want to send me, you know, I might put up a few on the channel, in fact. I might crack the next one on camera. And if you want to do the same and link me, we can be, you know, CGC hating, slab cracking friends or whatever. So, tell me what you think. Ever have any experience like this with CGC? Have they ever messed your book up? Or have you been dealing with them for 10, 20 years with nothing but good stuff? Again, I'm not accusing them of being criminals or con men. I'm just accusing them of screwing my book up and not fixing it. And that is what happened. Not fixing it, meaning not letting me know. I don't expect them to try to repair the book. But anyway, that's the collection of CGC stuff I've broken now. If you've known me in terms of the channel since the beginning, you'll notice there's a couple missing. They're in my collection. They weren't easily accessible. The House of Mystery, the Witching Hour, and no, I did not crack the House of Secrets 92. Don't accuse me of being a hypocrite. It's because I'm selling it to a friend of mine and he probably doesn't want it cracked. So other than that book, I have cracked everything else I have, and I will continue to crack everything I have. I am now on the anti-CGC side. It was fun while it lasted, but I'm not rolling the dice anymore. I will buy graded books, but then, like I said, they will end up like this, getting cracked and destroyed in terms of the slab. And get this, just for the end of the video, I called CGC trying to do the right thing, let them know that I've cracked these books out so they can fix their census. I'm supposed to send the tabs back in on my dime so they can fix their census. Give me a break. Anyway, guys, this will be the last kind of sour, salty video you'll see out of me from now on. It will be nothing but fun. I've actually got another video coming up in a couple days. I've already recorded it. Don't worry. It's happening. It's already done. I just don't want to release the videos twice in one day. YouTube has a habit of not letting you know that there's two of them when you do that. So, anyway, this is Fens the Spook, signing out. Screw CGC. I love you guys. We'll see you next time.